Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Thursday. It's Daryl here. It is bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. This is a hard video to make. I've come on here before and I've talked about the 20 years. I've been clean and sober since 2006, October 23rd, 2006. I've been clean and sober for 17 years. And I come on and talk about everything I used and what I did. Some just unbelievable stuff I've talked to you guys about. I've been completely honest on here, about what I used and the illegal things I did and all that. And this is a harder video for me to make. This, I swear to God, I feel like there's more shame in this. And I was looking for a news story to do this morning, and something's been on my mind for the last 2 days. I went for a yearly physical. Since I've been clean and sober, I got a doctor. When I first got clean and sober, I weighed 277 pounds. I was massively overweight. I'm 6'3", and I didn't have any muscle or anything like that. I had man boobs and everything. And shortly after I got clean and sober, I gained more weight initially than when I first got clean for the first 6 months. And then my gut was hanging out the bottom of my shirts, and people were saying, "Oh, putting on some weight there, Daryl." It was because I'm a big guy. I got a big frame, and it's hard. It got to the point where it was getting very visible, which means I was heading towards 300 pounds. And I said, "That's it." And I started eating right and working out, and I went all the way down to 185 pounds. 183 actually was the lowest I ever got. At 6'3", that's a very low BMI. It's like 18 or something, I think. Okay, so I let the weight go back up, and I'd like to think that I built some muscle since then too. That's what I've been telling myself. Just about 2 months ago, September and October, I know I weighed about 198. I was getting close to 200, which is more than I want to weigh. Ideally, I'd like to weigh about 192. I went for a physical 2 days ago, and like I said, I didn't want to talk about this in a video, but I figured why not. So you can see here, there's Daryl. The date is December 12th, 2003, 2 days ago. Here's my weight, 215. I put on about 14 pounds in the last 2 months. The doctor, there was no problems. I was healthy. My blood pressure is 120/60. My cholesterol's good. I'm healthy. My heart, my eyes, my reflexes, everything's great. But when my doctor saw me, he's like, "How did you put on 14 pounds in 2 months?" He's like, "This kid, what's going on in your life, Daryl?" And, I told you guys, I had 2 birthday parties and Thanksgiving. That's not it, though. I know what it is. And I've been lying to myself. I've been telling myself, my arms have gotten bigger, and I was telling myself, it's muscle, I could feel myself getting a little, bigger. And I kept lying to myself, because I work out for like 4 hours a day. And I've come to believe that I could eat anything I want, because I burn 4,000 calories a day probably with working out the way I do. And I've started eating, just over the last couple of months, I've been buying, like after Halloween, stuff, candy goes on sale. And this happens every year, but this year it got way out of hand. And here's some of the stuff I bought. This is going in the garbage today. This is more shameful for me to do. This is more shameful than showing you guys crack cocaine. I've never showed, just for record, I've talked about it. I've never actually shown you guys it. I've been clean. I haven't touched that stuff in 17 years, but you get what I'm saying. And it gets worse. It gets worse. Brownies. Not a small bag of Twizzlers, the giant bag of Twizzlers. And this is what I've been doing since it got cold. Since it's gotten colder out here in Connecticut over the last couple of months. Since September, I've been watching movies at night. There's Oppenheimer. So I've been watching movies, and I sit there and eat Twizzlers. I'm single. I work out. And I stopped adding up the calories because when I first started losing weight and getting in shape, I every day I computed, I always kept a track of how many calories in, how many calories I burned. You know, that was my thing. I didn't do macros. I didn't go out and buy lean chicken breasts, you know, like some of the movie stars do and stuff like that. I just ate healthy, you know, tuna fish, even peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I like eggs. I ate a lot of eggs. I ate a lot of those cutie oranges, bananas. I like onions, peppers, you know. But lately, over the last couple months, and this, I haven't weighed myself. My scale is broke. I bought this new scale, so I actually put new batteries in here, and it didn't work. So I've been using that as an excuse, and I knew I was putting on weight because you know, getting older, it gets harder to lose weight. Since I turned 50 years old, it just gets harder every single year to keep myself in shape and to lose any extra weight. And I noticed this too. It's a double-edged sword. If you lose weight, I look better, but my skin gets looser. You know, I get crepe skin here. I hate crepe skin. And I noticed I get it here. Like I was reaching the refrigerator, and I'd see this crepe skin all here. But over the last month or two, I don't see any crepe skin there. So I'm like, wow, my muscles are getting bigger. You know, it must, you know, it's okay. I'm just putting on muscle. No, I realized too, just after I went to the doctors, I used to be able to see the veins here. You know, you could see the veins running down, and now you can't see them, as you can see them a little bit there, but it's fat. I put on, you know, and then my BMI went from, I was about 24 BMI, which is right at the top end. I was about 198, like I said. And I put on about 15 pounds in the last 2 months. Like I said, as you get older, it gets harder and harder to lose weight. And I can't freaking believe I gained this much weight in the last 2 months, and neither could my doctor. So I figured this video, I'm coming on here and I'm fessing up. I think I'm going to use a picture. I have a picture from me from last year wearing a t-shirt of Elf, the movie Elf, red shirt. I'm going to use it in the thumbnail. And then I just took a picture this morning, just before I started this video, of what I look like in that same shirt. And it hurt. It hurt. Reality hurt to see that. I put the two pictures next to each other and I was like, oh my God, I've been lying to myself. So this is it. So I figure, you know, I come on here and I bust some butt about other people guys being overweight, you know, and stuff like that. You know, I'm Mr. Fit and all that, and it's hard for me to come on here. It's something I'm proud of, and to say that I've gained, not only have I gained weight, but I've gained 15 freaking pounds in the last 2 months from just eating total crap. The thing is, in the morning I eat healthy. I eat protein. I have protein mix, eggs, yogurt, and stuff like that. But like I said, at night I've been getting this since it got cooler here in the fall. Especially since around Halloween, the last 2 months, I've been on this movie kick, and I was like, I must be able to burn it off because I burn so many calories every morning. I work out with weights. There's my pull-up bar. Today's pull-ups. And I usually do 150 pull-ups and 150 hanging crunches, they're called. I have the straps here. And I lift my legs up to the ceiling. So I'm going to do 150 of those. That's what I do this morning. I do that for about 80 minutes. And then I go on a 3.5 mile walk around town right before it even gets light out this morning. Then that's the second part of my workout. There's 4 parts. Then the third part, I get on the treadmill and I do 3.5 miles. So I do a total of 7 miles every day. I get on the treadmill for 50 minutes at 4 miles an hour, 12% incline. And that burns off about 500, almost 600 calories. And then I go on a 10-mile bike ride every day, even though it's been getting cold out. So, you know, I burn off massive amounts of calories every morning. So I wasn't worried about... I'm so embarrassed. Another embarrassing thing. So I go to the store, I go shopping. I'm a single guy, right? And I realize this is another reason I like going through the self-checkout, because there's people that actually look in my carriage and they think I'm buying junk food for my kids. They think I'm you feed your kids that? No, I'm feeding myself that. You know, I I have a carriage full of, oh God, this is embarrassing. It's just all over the place. I've gathered it all over the place here this morning, and it's all going in the garbage. So I fessed up, and I'm gonna keep regular tabs here doing videos. I'm at 215 pounds right now, which it hurts, man. It hurts for me to get on here and do a video and say that to you guys. 215 pounds, and I plan on being back down. I could probably lose 20 pounds in a month, or 50. I'll lose about 15 pounds in a month. My goal is by my birthday. Let's say the end of January, I'll be back down under 200 pounds. That's my goal. Let's see if I could do it. You guys know my workout routine now. I'm gonna eat more healthy, tuna fish here. I'm not a big chicken guy, but I'm gonna get those more fruits and vegetables for snacking at night. And it begins today. It starts today. All right, so that's this is a hard confession for me this morning. And and anybody out there that wants to join me, write in the comments, you know, what you weigh today and how much you want to lose, and let's see what we can do, man. It's better to do it now, you know, because everybody and their brother does this on January 1st. Oh my God, I gained weight over the holidays. And by then, if I waited till then, I'd be up another 10 pounds, or a good 5. Seriously, I'd be up another 5 or 10 pounds by then. So it's got to start today, man. And by the time everybody else is starting January 1st, we're going to be way ahead of them. That's the goal. That's the game plan. Join me if you got a few extra pounds you want to lose, or if you just want to build some muscle. All right, you guys, I'll be back later with a normal, regular video. You guys have a good Thursday.